Have you ever wondered why a dog, man's best friend, is also a beloved comrade in police work? It's a bond that goes beyond fetching balls in the park. Four-legged heroes perform tasks that range from sniffing out narcotics and explosives to search rescue missions and even apprehending criminals. Their contribution to our society yet often underappreciated. Ever asked yourself that question? Stick around, as we delve into the fascinating history and current use of police dogs. To understand the role of dogs in police work, we must first journey back in time. Our tale begins in the 14th century in Europe, where dogs started their civil service in the most unlikely of roles, as night watchmen. Yes, you heard that right. These brave canines patrolled the streets, their bark serving as a primal alarm system against intruders and ne'er-do-wells. Fast forward to the late 19th century, and we find ourselves in the bustling city of London. It's here that we see the first official police dogs in action. Now, I know what you're thinking. Were they strutting around in adorable little uniforms? Well, not exactly, but they were indeed a part of the Metropolitan Police Force. Their primary role? To accompany officers on their patrols, adding an extra layer of security in the dangerous gas-lit streets of Victorian London. Meanwhile, across the Channel in Belgium, a different kind of canine revolution was taking place. In the early 20th century, the Belgian police force started training dogs for specific tasks. This was a game changer. Dogs were no longer just glorified alarm systems, they became integral members of the team, sniffing out criminals and lost souls alike. Now let's hop across the pond to the United States. The year is 1907, and the New York City Police Department has just welcomed its first police dog, a stalwart German Shepherd named Max. From there, the use of police dogs in America exploded. By the 1930s, police departments across the country were employing these four-legged officers, using breeds like the German Shepherd, the Labrador Retriever, and the Belgian Malinois to sniff out narcotics, locate explosives, and even apprehend criminals. Just think about it. These dogs went from being an ancient alarm system to an indispensable part of the law enforcement toolkit. It's a fantastic journey, isn't it? From these humble beginnings, police dogs have evolved into an integral part of law enforcement agencies worldwide. It's a testament to the bond between human and canine, and the amazing things we can achieve when we work together. Now, who's a good boy? When we think of police dogs, certain breeds come to mind. Indeed, our canine heroes aren't just any random pooch from the park. They're dogs with specific traits that make them ideal for law enforcement. Let's delve into some of the most common breeds and why they're chosen for the line of duty. First in line, we have the German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is like the Swiss Army knife of police dogs. They're versatile, intelligent, and incredibly disciplined. These dogs have a keen sense of smell, second only to the bloodhound. They are often used in search and rescue operations, narcotics detection, and tracking suspects. Their intimidating presence is also a great deterrent for any would-be criminals. Next, meet the Labrador Retriever, the friendliest face in the force. Labs are known for their gentle nature, but don't let that fool you. They have a remarkable nose, making them perfect for sniffing out narcotics and explosives. Their friendly disposition also makes them excellent for public relations and community outreach programs. Then, we have the Belgian Malinois. If the German Shepherd is a Swiss Army knife, the Belgian Malinois is a high-performance sports car. They're agile, resilient, and have an insane work drive. They're primarily used in situations where a high level of endurance is required, like extended search and rescue operations, or when pursuing a suspect over long distances. Finally, let's not forget about the Bloodhound, the Sherlock Holmes of the canine world. They have the best sense of smell in the dog kingdom, which makes them the go-to breed for tracking missing persons or escaped convicts. Each of these breeds has its strengths and weaknesses, but all share a common trait: an unwavering dedication to duty. They're not merely pets, but partners to their human counterparts, working tirelessly to keep our streets safe and our communities secure. Each breed brings its own set of skills to the table, making them truly irreplaceable in the field. So, what exactly does a day in the life of a police dog look like? Well, it's not all belly rubs and snoozing by the fire, that's for sure. These dogs have serious jobs to do and they take it on with gusto. First and foremost, they're all about detection. Police dogs have a sense of smell that's up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. Imagine being able to smell a single drop of bacon grease in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's what it's like for these dogs, and they put that superpower to good use, sniffing out narcotics, explosives, and even cadavers. But it's not all about the nose. Some dogs are trained for search and rescue operations. These dogs are the unsung heroes during disasters, tirelessly searching for survivors in the most challenging conditions. They're the ones who dig through rubble after earthquakes or brave the cold after avalanches. Then there are the apprehension dogs, the ones who help catch the bad guys. These brave pups are often the first ones into dangerous situations, using their strength and speed to stop suspects in their tracks. And let's not forget about the explosive detection dogs. These are the pups that keep us safe at airports, concerts, and other public places by sniffing out potential threats. Now it's not all serious business. Police dogs have their fun moments too, like the time a narcotics detection dog in Florida got a bit too enthusiastic and ended up tearing apart an entire car seat to find a single marijuana seed. Talk about dedication to duty. Or when a search and rescue dog in California managed to locate a missing hiker, only to promptly sit on him to keep him warm until help arrived. These stories may be funny, but they also highlight the incredible work that these dogs do every day. They're more than just pets or companions. They're crucial members of our law enforcement teams, putting their lives on the line to keep us safe. So, when you see a police dog, remember, they're not just sitting around playing fetch all day. They're out there, nose to the ground, tail wagging, doing their part to make the world a safer place. It's clear that these dogs aren't just sitting around playing fetch all day. Now you may be wondering, how do these dogs learn to do all these amazing things? Well, as you might have guessed, our four-legged law enforcers don't wake up one day knowing how to sniff out narcotics or track down a missing person. It all starts with rigorous and methodical training that goes beyond your typical sit, stay, and fetch. First off, these dogs have to master the basics. Obedience training is the foundation of everything else they learn. Commands like sit, stay, and come might sound simple to you and me, but for these dogs, they're the building blocks for more complex tasks. And it's not just about following orders, it's about discipline, focus, and trust. Once they've got the basics down, it's time to move on to specialized training. This is where things get really interesting. Depending on their role, they might learn to sniff out drugs, detect explosives, or track down missing people. It's like a superpower, but instead of a radioactive spider, it's just a lot of hard work and dedication. But it's not all about the skills. The bond between a handler and their dog is just as crucial. These pairs spend almost all their time together, and the trust they build is paramount to their success. The handlers aren't just teaching commands, they're building a relationship. It's a partnership where both have to trust each other implicitly. So the next time you see a police dog in action, remember the countless hours of training that went into that moment. Remember the bond between the handler and their dog, a bond that can't be broken. And remember the dedication, the discipline, and the trust that make these dogs not just good boys and girls, but some of the most skilled officers in law enforcement. As you can see, becoming a police dog is no walk in the park. Fast forward to the present day, and the role of police dogs has never been more important. From the bustling streets of New York to the tranquil countryside of England, these canine officers are hard at work, ensuring our safety and security. Today, police dogs are an integral part of law enforcement agencies worldwide. They are trained in a variety of specializations such as narcotics detection, explosives sniffing, search and rescue, and even apprehension. These skills are not just impressive, they are vital to the fight against crime. Take for instance the story of a German shepherd named Max, who, just last year, sniffed out a hidden cache of illegal narcotics in a routine traffic stop. Or Bella, the Labrador retriever, who located a missing child in a dense forest in record time. And let's not forget Duke, the Belgian Malinois, who bravely apprehended a dangerous fugitive on the run. These dogs, and countless others like them, are making a real difference in our communities every day. They are more than just man's best friend. They are our partners, our protectors, our heroes. And while the tasks they perform may vary, their dedication to duty remains steadfast. They work tirelessly, often in challenging conditions, to keep us safe. Their sharp senses, quick reflexes, and unwavering loyalty make them an invaluable asset to law enforcement. In the face of changing times, one thing remains constant: the invaluable service of our four-legged officers.